When should a girl first visit a gynecologist? Chapter 2. From Letters to My Daughter by Alina Chamberlain.
All right, let's talk about something that's a pretty big milestone for a lot of people, that first visit to the gynecologist. But you know what? We're gonna look at this a little differently today. Think of it less like a scary medical appointment and more like this really powerful, positive first step you take to get to know your body and kick off a lifetime of well-being. And this quote, wow, it just nails it, doesn't it? Instead of something you're nervous about, it's a sacred invitation. That just completely changes the vibe, right? It turns the whole thing into a foundational act of self-care. It's about connecting with yourself and honestly, letting go of all that apprehension. Look, stepping into the unknown is always gonna feel a little weird, a little uncertain. That's totally normal. But I want you to see this visit for what it really is. A genuinely positive thing. It's your chance to start connecting with your body's own wisdom and begin this amazing journey of really understanding yourself. So one of the biggest questions is probably, okay, so when do I actually go? And the timing for this isn't just some random number. It's actually recommended to line up with that really crucial time when your body is just going through so many incredible changes. The sweet spot is usually around age 15 or 16, or, shortly after you get your first period. And that timing is super intentional. It's all designed to give you support and guidance right at that moment when your body is figuring out its new rhythms. You might hear the fancy medical term for that first period, which is menarche, but honestly, it is so much more than just a biological thing. It's a huge milestone, a really key moment in your life and in your whole health journey. Okay, so there are kind of two main scenarios here. If your period has already started, then that first visit is an awesome chance to figure out what's normal for your body, to get that unique baseline. But what if it hasn't started by 15 or 16? Well, a visit is just as important then. It's a great proactive way to get some gentle guidance and just make sure everything's on the right track. Either way, both paths lead to the exact same place, you feeling empowered about your health. All right, so the big question, what actually happens when you're there? Let's totally demystify this. The whole point of this first visit is for it to be compassionate, absolutely non-judgmental, and just a really gentle introduction to this kind of care. Seriously, the goal here is not to make you uncomfortable at all. It's simply to help you connect with your body. Think of your gynecologist as a supportive guide, someone who's there to help you understand all the incredible stuff your body is up to. So what's the doctor actually checking for? It's really about the big picture. They're just gonna gently check on how you're developing, things like what the source calls the blossoming of secondary sexual characteristics. They'll want to hear about your cycle, what its unique rhythm is like, and talk about anything unusual, like really heavy bleeding or pain. The whole point is just to make sure your body is developing smoothly and harmoniously. Oh, I love this next quote because it's so reassuring. It talks about how in the first year or so, your cycles might dance to their own tune. Basically, if things are irregular at first, that is often completely normal. It's just your body finding its new balance. And that's why this visit is so great. It's the perfect time to find out what's typical and what might be worth checking in about later. Okay, so this isn't just a one and done thing. The real power here comes from making this an ongoing part of your life. So let's shift gears and talk about turning this single appointment into what our source calls an annual embrace, a lifelong commitment to taking care of yourself. It really just boils down to this: one visit, once a year. It sounds so simple, but it's such a profound act of self-care. And this is super important. This is recommended for everyone after their period starts, whether you're sexually active or not. It's just a crucial time to tune in and listen to what your body is telling you. So what's the payoff for making this a yearly habit? Well, you get to stay in tune with your body's rhythms, which means you can catch any little changes early on. You get empowering wisdom about your own health. And, maybe the best part, you start to build a real relationship with a doctor you can trust and talk to you about anything. And this right here is so important. For a lot of people, their gynecologist is the very first medical professional they can have a truly open, honest conversation with about stuff that can feel, well, embarrassing to talk about anywhere else. Things like discharge, pain, or mood swings. This is where real health literacy starts. Learning how to talk about what you're feeling and knowing that you're going to be met with empathy, not judgment. All right, as we start to bring this all together, let's talk about the end game. What's the ultimate destination of this journey? It's not just about checkups or avoiding sickness. The real goal, the big prize, is empowerment. I mean, just look at these benefits. This is the why. This is why it all matters. When you start this journey early, you're building unshakable confidence in your own body. You're gaining crucial health literacy. You're giving yourself the freedom to ask any question without fear and the courage to get help without feeling any shame. You're literally laying the foundation for a lifetime of vibrant well-being. And that really brings us full circle, doesn't it? The whole thing from that very first visit and everyone after. It all comes down to empowering you to see your body as something to be honored, to be understood, and to be cared for, to embrace it as sacred. So I'm gonna leave you with one final thought. And it's not a statement, it's a question for you to kind of carry with you. As you think about all this, ask yourself, what questions does your heart hold about this beautiful journey of self-care? Thanks so much for tuning in.